Yeah, I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Canoom. I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear, because a lot of y'all can't hear. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is My Thoughts 90, where I just give my opinions, my views, and my thoughts on certain videos that I share with you guys. I find random videos. Some of them come just down my YouTube feed or whatever you want to call it, down the thing that's the thing that they put up there, and they say this is something that you might be interested in. Something whatever it's called, but it comes down to YouTube. Um, Things that they say that you might like. So a lot of them I find in that nature. A lot of them I find in different manners. I go looking for them. So on this is about a bishop named Dwight Reed. Uh, I believe he's from Texas, though I'm not sure. I don't know too much about him. I didn't look into him like that. But I found the video to be outrageous. And again, I have questions about religion and religious people. They take their doctrine from a book. Okay, number one. Everything they believe and foundate their actual physical life on, they get it from literature, handwritten literature. It's oral tradition. It comes from oral tradition, and it was written down at once upon a time. Some people believe it's 1,000 years old. I'm not one of the people. It's fairly new. The book of the Bible is not an old ancient book. All these emerald tablets that people were silly enough to think million years old tablets. That's not true. Okay, alphabets don't even go back that far. People did not have an alphabetic script to be writing millions and 10 millions and 600 million, 600,000, all these type of years ago. All you have to do is have some common sense. Literature does not go back that far. Okay, some people said the law of Hammurabi, um, I think from the Sumerian tablets, was some of the oldest law written, and that supposedly that came from 21 to 2200 BC. That's fictitious. Okay, so you think a person reading a 600 million or 6 million year old emerald tablet, which he never can provide any receipts to show you in a physical form. Here's the emerald tablets I'm reading from. He can just discuss what book he got this literature from, which is nonsense. That's my problem with religion. They take their doctrine or their ideology from a book. The people inside the ideology or the doctrine has never been seen in a human form, and still today has never been founded in human form. Not one person in any religious text or religious literature is a human being. Not one person in some type of silly tablets that grown-ups think Billy Carson has broke the secret to all human being findings. Not one of those human beings that he's discussing has ever been found in human form. When you want historical events and you want things to be founded on historical facts, you must provide historical data or historical information of these people that you're talking about. Okay, so that's that. But this man has a lot of defenders. He's way wrong. He married an 18-year-old. He's 63 to 64 years old, and he has a lot of defenders because again he's a bishop, and to his congregants mind and they mind, he's the one that delivered the Bible to them in the best form. So they're not going to get rid of him. They're gonna even if they don't even if they dislike it, they're not gonna have let him see that sentiment. They're not going to express that to him. They're going to keep on, yes, Pastor, yes, yeah, Lord, he right. She was grown, this, that, and the third, because they want to continue on under his the way he put forth the doctrine or the ideology. So I said a lot to try to get you warmed up to the video. I do not own the video. I'm just giving my commentary. You can go find it wherever you can find it at and watch it in its entirety. I'm just going to share a brief part of it, and I'm going to give commentary after that. So like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching.
But don't let the devil fool you now. And I wish some of y'all would mess with my wife, Jordan. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. Well, you will see me on the news. Let me just tell you that right now. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. You better walk by and say, praise the Lord. That's what you better do. Because that's my wife. And she grown. She didn't need nobody to sign no paperwork for her. Now, if this was out in the streets, y'all be saying she made a come up. But you a hypocrite. So don't you forget the Bible say marriage is honorable. And the Bible said when you find the wife, honey, you find favor with God, honey. I found some favor with God.
That's the video. Now, the gentleman was Bishop Dwight Reed. I don't know what's the name of his church, though. I should have got that. My opinion on this man sounds like a runaway slave who found himself some freedom, and he still is trying to adapt to freedom. Not making fun of his Southern type of hospitality, if that's what you want to call it, and the mannerism in which he's speaking. But I don't know if a lot of you ever seen Amos and Andy. He speaks like the kingfish, or he acts like a step and fetch it. That's my wife. She didn't sign no paper, and that's my wife. Talking about what you gonna do to her. I'll be on the news. I mean, it's like he just learned how to speak the English verbiage, and he's still struggling with it because he wants to, yes, sir. I mean, yes, yeah, I'll clean that for you, sir. It sounds like he wants to continue in that. But now that he's able to walk and free, and he's, because he's been doing this many years. He's been a bishop and a pastor for many years, but that's the mentality I'm getting from this gentleman. Like once they cut out actual legalized slavery, the first black man to get a white woman, this is the type of terminology he strikes me as having. I got me a white woman wife, and I wish somebody tried to touch her. Because I want that white woman. They said I can legally have one, and I married one. This is how he's struggling. I'm not making fun of the brother. And then he got his defenders in the background. Most of them sound like ladies, women. Yeah, all right. Yes, sir. You're right, Bishop. This, that, and the third. This is what bothers me about religious people. I say this all the time, and me and my father, we go back and forth with it. In my opinion, religious people are idiots, brainless, nonsense, foolish fools who dibble and dabble in foolishness. So a person that dibble and dabble in foolishness is a fool, because it's another saying. If you play a silly game, you can win a silly prize. That's all you can get when you enter into religion. Foolishness. There's never been a report of one human being came back and said, hey, man, I died. Everything's set up just like the Bible say. You're going to love it, man. My father got many mansions, and I was in one. You got these silly idiots on YouTube. I died. I got shot in the head, or I died on the surgery table now, and I went to hell, and I went to heaven, and they have millions of views on this because, again, silly, foolish people is interested in foolishness. Anybody in religion is a person that unhooks their brain at the door. Throw that out. I don't want no brain. He gonna tell me everything I'm supposed to do, and you take it as that. You're a zombatic follower, at least, for lack of better terms. That's how the story goes. Now, you're a follower, at least, no brain, a zombie like brainless follower of doctrine. And many different people have variations on putting that said doctrine. Some people are people that's against um, homosexuals. Some people say, you know, Jesus is, he can let everybody preach. Even the gay man they have gay preachers now, homosexual preachers. Okay. And I'm not saying these terms in a derogatory manner, I'm just speaking. Then they have some people that backs ladies shouldn't speak in the church. Then you have some pastors like Joyce Myers and Juanita Bynum and all these people, world renowned, going around the world. BB and CC Wine is one of the, I think it's CC, the sister. She's a pastor and all this carrying on. They favor that they can speak. They don't care what the Bible said. See? So anytime you enter in religion, you unscrew your brain and you take what the doctrine said, and whoever interprets that doctrine for you, the vessel that you believe, as my pastor said it like this. Oh, Bishop put it like this, and this, that, and the third. And you follow him. So this man is, he has the R. Kelly syndrome as well. And I'm a defender of R. Kelly at some times, because I believe if he's going to do all that prison time, a lot of the people's parents, a lot of his victims' parents, they should fall victim to whatever he was allowed to do with their approval. And they said, hey, you can go ahead and do that, and you can be in the studio with him all night. They gave their consent, if you will. So I'm a defender in that term. I'm not a defender in him making love to children. That's, if you ask me, he should get a harsh penalty. Anybody else found victimizing children should meet the death penalty. That's cut and dry. That's how it was in the Old Testament. So don't look at me as being harsh. They should die. Anybody that misuses children should die. Even this gentleman, if it's found out he was grooming and misusing her, and to the point she got 18 and she didn't need nobody to sign for her. See, he should get the death penalty too. But this is just my opinion. I don't have no courts to put the death penalty under nobody, but that's my opinion. So he strikes me as the R. Kelly syndrome, because he said didn't nobody have to sign no paperwork. Well, it's been rumored that R. Kelly had a lot of consent signed by parents. Okay, you can do this. Even to Aaliyah, you can marry her. She can be at the studio with you. You can go out of town, you know, because he was using this thing, a tool of making them, turn them into superstardom. I'll turn your daughter into this. Just let her work with me. We going out of town. She's going to be in the studio, and they would give consent. They would sign off. So if he's in prison, they should be in prison as well. That's my thoughts on the video. I went somewhere else with it. I got a little long-winded. It's a little Kenny Russell, Kanoon, Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Kanoon. Yeah, this is what I do, and I love to do it. Before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. This was not to scrutinize this, in my opinion, foolish bishop. Now, in his personal life, he might not be foolish. He looks very successful. He go on and talk about how his parents had a church and he got a school and things of that nature. But for me, I'm saying foolishness in the terms of, it's not a VFW. It's not a dating channel. He's standing in the house of the Lord and he's talking about his personal business, and he gossiping with it and making threats. Also, what you gonna do to her? If you see her, you better say thank the Lord. Then he go on further and say, because everybody around here is packing. See, he talking about guns. So that's foolishness. That's the only scrutiny I have for this brother. I don't have no scrutiny towards him personally. I hope he continue to be successful. But he's foolish in the sense that he's religious. And that's why I speak against religion, because religion takes away from your spirituality. All human beings should practice spirituality and leave man-made gods to the people who want to have man-made gods and continue on in their foolishness, and they can have that. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching.